Jai Shri Mataji, dear brothers and sisters, let's collectively start the meditation by collectively, very consciously, do Namaskar to the Devi in our complete form. Let our Saraswara completely integrate the complete form of the Devi while we are doing Namaskar, and let's collectively raise our Kundalini. Namaskar, Kundalini. Talk of the day.
As soon as Sahasrara was open, the whole atmosphere was filled with tremendous Chaitanya. And there was tremendous light in the sky. And the whole thing came on this earth as if a torrential rain or a waterfall with such a tremendous force as if I was unaware and got stupefied. The happening was so unexpected and so tremendous that I was stunned and I became completely silent at its grandeur. I saw the primordial Kundalini rising like a big furnace, and the furnace was very silent but burning appearance it had, as if you heat up some metal and it has many colors. In the same way, the Kundalini showed up like a huge furnace which is like a tunnel where you see these plants you have for coal burning to create electricity, and it stretched like a telescope, one after another came out like that. And the deities came and sat on their seats, on their golden seats. And then they lifted the whole of the head like a big dome and opened it. And then this torrential rain completely drenched me. And I started seeing all that and got lost into the joy. It was like an artist seeing its own creation.
माँ ओ मेरी माँ मैं तेरा लाडला माँ ओ मेरी माँ मैं तेरा लाडला बन के तेरा साया मैं तुझको थाम लूं उठ के रब से पहले मैं तेरा नाम लूं बन के तेरा साया मैं तुझको थाम लूं उठ के रब से पहले मैं तेरा नाम लूं रखूं तुझे पलकों तले पूजा करूं तेरे सिवा तू ही बता क्या जिंदगी मेरी मैं तो तेरे सपनों के रंग में ढला तेरी उंगली पकड़ के चला ममता के आंचल में पला तेरी उंगली पकड़ के चला ममता के आंचल में पला माँ ओ मेरी माँ मैं तेरा लाडला
Beats or 16 movements, you reach a higher position in the coil. That it is complete. That Sri Krishna is called as a complete incarnation because he has 16 petals. This completeness is called as Purna. So now we move into another dimension. The first one was where you got your self-realization. In the evolutionary process, if you see, the animals are not conscious of many things which human beings are conscious of. Like the matter cannot be used by animals for their own purpose. Also, they are not conscious of themselves at all. If you show a mirror to animals, they do not react to it as if they are in the mirror, except for, I think, chimpanzee. That means we are rather close to them.
Ce qui exprime notre proximité généalogique avec eux.
So when we have become human beings, we became aware in our consciousness of many things which were unconscious to the animals. So in their brain, they did not understand that they could put matter into their own use. As human beings, you were all unaware of the chakras that existed within you. So your consciousness still was working halfway through unconscious working of the chakras and the conscious working of the mind. You also never felt your autonomous nervous system or your inner organs, how they are working. You did not even feel how you are getting affected by other influences. As a result of that, with the freedom that human beings achieved or were granted, they gathered all kinds of things into their brains, into their sahasrara, without being aware of it. They use their sahasrara, their brain, for all kinds of purposes which were fruitless. They were not aware, again, of the warning that Sri Krishna had given, that if you use human awareness except for your ascent, you will go downward. They were told, not that they were not told. They knew about it. Whether it was east or west, everybody knew that you have to be born again. And it so happened that in the West, people thought that by using their brain power, they can now master the matter, that they can use matter for their own purpose. If they had done it after their self-realization, it would have been a very different situation. Because after self-realization, you all have become aware of vibrations, which is Chaitanya, and also of your chakras. With this new awareness, you would have avoided all that was wrong. But it is like a greedy person who gets a wee bit of money and he spends it off. Now this problem has complicated your brains. You have certain concepts which are very much away from reality. The way we have started using machines, we have become machines ourselves. So we have no feelings and we cannot relate to others in a natural way. In human awareness, you had achieved how to relate yourself to others and to the nature. But this ego-oriented approach took you away from natural, real life, and we became artificial. The whole thing comes from a concept of being artificial. Like they say that it's fashionable to be arrogant, to be snobbish. This is just the opposite of your ascent and evolutionary process. Because you have lost the power to relate to others, which you had gained as human beings. All the organizations which you have formed also on collective understanding are also artificial. Then a movement started that we have to be natural. That is another copying of the artificial. Natural does not mean a primitive personality. Natural is to evolve. The whole purpose of creation is to evolve. So the another concept also that you accepted very easily, because you have got brains and you accept everything that comes your way. And you became so artificial that you needed all the time some sensations to feel yourself. But that also you made so artificial that you have now your sex in your brain. By that, not only you have silenced Ganesha in the Muladhara, but also Mahaganesha in your brain. In another aspect, say art. Now the concept is so stupid that it says that art should be according to what is laid down. Like you will call somebody as Baroque, condemn it, and Rococo, this, that, condemn everyone. And ultimately, you reach a conclusion that the most insipid thing is art. As if, like the sugar cane, when you have taken out all the juice, whatever remains will become art one day. So, the brain, which does not nourish the heart, is absolutely an artificial brain, just like a robot. So, people have become just like robot. Now, this can be handled by anyone who has a master mind, because you don't have your own heart, and the brain is controlled by somebody who has a greater brain of concepts. All these concepts are destructive. Say, Hitler got the concept that he is an Aryan and he is of the superior race. And to establish that, he did not mind destroying the whole world. Same is the case in the religion field. There also, every religion was put or poured into the cups of concepts. Now, the worst concept that human beings have achieved is that money is everything. First, they tried for political domination, thinking that political domination is everything. And now they feel that money is everything and all other sublime things are imaginary. So, when I started my life, I saw the complicated sahasraras. And the more I tried to solve the complications within my own awareness, the more it became more difficult. Because if you see my age, in 50 years, you can see how much complicated human beings have become. And after opening the Sahasrara, when I come to the West, within these 16 years, I found that they are now incorrigible. Now, the stage for you is laid down to ascend higher. This is the background which I have described to you. And you can see how when you have a program, there will be 500 people for the program, and within 2 weeks all will disappear. Because when the ascent takes place, the Kundalini pushes out the ego and brings the person close to reality. But again, that ego which is being built up so fast in its speed overpowers the speed of the Kundalini and covers the head. Then it suggests that how can you have godly life? You will miss all the alcohol, all the madness, all the fun of life. That they feel they will lose all the freedom to become mad. When you see from this position the way people react, it is amazing. You have to do something extremely stupid to sell it in the market. The other day I heard that somebody has become rich selling the empty tins as lamps. All kinds of stupid things which are nowhere near natural beauty or natural joy are accepted as sophisticated. The other side of it is that the Asuri Vidya, the black Vidya, has taken over. As Sri Krishna again had warned that in the 15th chapter, that if Asuri Vidya takes over, then the Shuddha Vidya cannot compete with the speed of Asuri Vidya. Like in America, there has been a big argument among Sahajogis if my photograph should be in the drawing room or not. But if you ask them to paint their nails black, their faces black, and black clothes like witches, they will do it. That even at the stage when we are Sahajogis, we are shy of our godly life. When they became hippies, or when they became punks, or they became anything like that stupid, they gave all their life, all their time, all their money to it. They changed their dresses, they changed their lifestyles, they changed their family life. Everything they changed went all out. I mean, even when Sahajogis are convinced about the godliness of Sahajoga, still they are shy. Now you know your mother doesn't take any money from you. On the contrary, she spends. You all have gained out of it. But when it comes to giving, everybody feels shy. From that background, you are coming to the light of God's grace. But you don't want to dash at it. You want to take your time gradually, so gradually that maybe you may lose your chance. So, in the awareness of Sahajogis, where you know all about your chakras, you know about vibrations, you know how you relate to others, still, all this knowledge is for personal advantages. So, the shadow of the past still lingers on, even when you have this new awareness. Animals can swim automatically, they don't have to learn. But human beings have to learn to swim. So they had forgotten the techniques which were known to the animals and have taken to the techniques of human beings. But in Sahaja Yoga, you have got your realization in one lifetime. And in this lifetime you have to grow. And in this lifetime you have to achieve the highest. So the time is so very short. And the background is so dark. You are surrounded by people who are pouring out morning till evening destructive concepts. Now, you are the people who have to shoot out much faster than all of them, but a kind of a lethargy. Though you
Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namaha. Let's collectively, very comfortably, sit, relax all our being. Our head is totally in the Sahasrara. We are collectively connected and we feel the connection among ourselves through the heart and through the attention, through the enlightened attention. Both hands on the floor, Shri Ganesh mantra, with attention beyond Sahasrara, with the attention completely integrated in the attention of the Virat and in the Sahasrara of the Virat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's collectively surrender from heart to the Lord Ganesh at the very center of planet Earth. Let's collectively through our hands truly connect with the Lord Ganesh, materially, concretely connect with him. Let's say also one time Shri Adibhumi Devi Mata mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adibhumi Devi Mata Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Complete surrender to Mother Earth and to the Lord Ganesh. Where is our attention? Where is our attention? Let's collectively, through our hands and our Muladhara, totally surrender to Mother Earth and to the Lord Ganesh in Mother Earth, and really feel that all the negativities, all the boots, all the possessions, all the adharma within us collectively and individually and at the planet level, at humanity level, is completely absorbed. We need to have that level of attention and collective consciousness. Now, let's put the left hand on the lap. Let's collectively clear all the left side of humanity, of all the yogis, and our individual left side, so that there is only Shri Bhairav in our left side and his energy, nothing else. Shri Maha Kali Bhairava mantra. Again, very high level of attention, of collective attention, beyond Sahasrara, and on the collective left side of the Virat that we are. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Bhairava Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Complete surrender of the left side collectively. Now let's move to the right side. Left hand over the shoulder, right hand on the lap. All attention is on the collective right side, on the collective ego of humanity, of all the yogis, and also all our individual egos. Complete surrender of ego. And we continue to stay at Virat level, where we surrender the right side of the Virat, the ego of the Virat. Shri Mahasaraswati Hanumana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahasaraswati Hanumana Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Buddha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Buddha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Surya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Surya Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. truly dive into the meditation by putting both our hands on the lap, all attention is within. But within is within us as the Virat. We are no more that small individual in a small country on planet Earth. Each of us is the pure representation of the Virat, this huge being, this huge body of the Lord Krishna himself, which contain millions and millions and millions of universes, which contain the primordial chakras, in which the primordial deities are awakened. Let's awaken the primordial Kundalini by saying Shri Adi Kundalini Mata mantra, and we will experience collectively not only the awakening of the Kundalini, but also the opening of the Sahasrara, the primordial Sahasrara by Devi herself. Shri Adi Kundalini Mata mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Complete surrender and complete attention on Adi Kundalini within. Now, as the Virat, our attention is completely immersed in the kingdom of heavens. Our collective Saswara is completely enlightened. We can feel the 1,000 nerves who are burning like tongues of flames above our head. The primordial Saswara is shining in all the glory of the divine. And above the primordial Saswara, Devi herself, in her complete form, as Sasrara Swamini, as Adi Shakti, is completely established with all her powers. We can feel her feet, her divine feet, on our head as the Virat. We can also feel her complete presence and feet in our heart as the Virat. Our heart shines of all the glory of the Lord Shiva himself. Within ourselves, all the primordial chakras are open with all the deities established on their golden seats. Let's feel our primordial Kundalini, all the primordial deities in all our chakras, Sri Shiva himself in our heart, Sri Adi Shakti and Sri Sadashiva in Brahmarandra. Let's keep a level of attention which is of the Virat, the level of attention which is that of God himself, herself. Let's completely surrender and be one with the divine attention of our mother. Again, let's collectively check ourselves. Where is our attention? Do we feel the huge divine feet of Devi in our Sahasrara? Do we feel her complete presence in our heart and her divine feet also in our heart? Are we completely surrendered in Sahasrara to the point where we have no physical body, no mind, no ego, no superego, no reaction? We are just pure consciousness. We are super consciousness only, pure vibration. We need to reach that level of consciousness here and now through our enlightened collective attention. We need to be one body, one collective family, completely surrendered. No one should be left behind. We should completely and collectively feel the glory of God and feel also that we are now source of vibrations because we are completely surrendered. We are one with Devi in Sahasrara. We are now the spirit. We are now only the spirit, one with the spirit, the primordial spirit in Sahasrara. Let's collectively surrender all the challenges of our human life to Devi, but keeping our attention on being the spirit, being completely one with the Devi. We surrender all the challenges of human life on earth for the whole humanity, all the crises, all the war, all the issues in the world, all our political leaders, all the suffering, all the ignorance, all the adharma. in the whole world, all the crises. Also at yogi's level, for all the yogi of the world, let's surrender the Sahaj family to Devi, all the petty problems, all the issues that are preventing yogis to reach a very, very high and deep level of consciousness and attention, and to realize who we are truly, the true children of Sri Adi Shakti herself. We need each of us to become like Ganesh and have all the powers of Ganesh and express all the power of Ganesh as the true dignified children of Sri Adi Shakti. Now, before finishing the meditation, let's push our attention higher, wider, Uday, Uday, Uday. Let's collectively be conscious of the primordial Kundalini, who is rising completely and powerfully in us as the Virat. The whole Kundalini is now completely up in us, and she's enlightening the whole central tunnel, who is infinite. She's going up and up and up, enlightening the infinite central channel. Let's open our awareness to the superior chakras above Sahasrara, and let's just for 2 or 3 minutes open our awareness to Nirvikalpa states and God realization states, where we are just one with Devi completely. We need just to be confident and trust ourselves that we are already the pure spirit. Sri Shiva is already in our heart. We just have to surrender and be it. Be the spirit collectively, truly deeper, open our awareness and be that. Be what we already are.
अनुभूद्यहङ्कार चेतानेनाहम् न चाश्रोत्रजीवे न चाघ्राणनेत्रे न चाव्योमभूमिन तेजो न वायो चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न चाप्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायो न वै सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशा न वाक्पाणिपादं न चोपस्तपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभो चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्.
Let's thank all the deities that have assisted us today. Let's thank our mother, our beloved mother, for the blessing of making us yogis, for the blessing of allowing us to enter into the kingdom of God, to becoming the spirit, and above all, for blessing us with the very high privilege of being her own children, for loving us with all her heart, for protecting us day and night, for keeping her attention on us all the time, for guiding us, and for everything that she is doing relentlessly for us, for the whole humanity, for all the yogis. We are truly grateful and we truly thank our mother collectively. Namaskar, Kundalini.